Today I would like to talk about instincts because I think it's strongly connected to the topic of being a woman who can hold herself, who can hold space for others. And without instinct, a woman who holds surely will become a woman who burns out. And from there, it's just a downhill path. So instincts are not not bad, at least how I look at them. But I think a lot of times, in a lot of context, we use them kind of interchangeably with terms like reflexes or acting without even conscience or acting impulsively, and that's not what it means to me. So if you are somebody who doesn't like to use this word or doesn't feel the call to, connect with your instincts because you feel or think that is something shameful, something sinful, or something unethical, or something, I don't even know, inhuman and more like an animal like impulse, then I just invite you to think about it and think about it as maybe the purest wisdom of life or the knowledge of life itself. Because what I see that, yeah, we interchangeably use it with like reflexes, as I said. And reflexes are more like this very, very sudden reactions without thinking, absolutely automatic. And yeah, doesn't require thinking. While instinct for me is something deeper and slower, not that, haste to react, but more like an inner compass. Yeah, so I think it's an inner wisdom. And for me, it has a positive ring rather than a negative one, like natural instincts in us, in women, in mothers, to care for our children, to feel that love and bonding and connection, or feel in our body if there's danger, if there's a dangerous situation or a dangerous person. And dangerous can mean not only life threatening, but somebody who is just simply quietly or not so quietly draining our life forces, like life energies from us. So our bodies can or could signal those those states of the environment around us. The problem is we, I think most of us in the very, very civilized, over civilized, and urbanized Western world, we lost the connection with this thing that we can call instinct. And without it, as I said, that's what I see, that we rely on outside rules and regulations, and we kind of question our inner morality even, and not sure about you, but I remember my upbringing, and I kept hearing these phrases that, oh, it's not like that, oh, you feel it wrong, oh, it's not how it is at all, oh, it doesn't hurt. And some of it is for boys like that, oh, boys don't cry, and even these things that are kind of getting carved in stone, or got carved in stone in our civilization and society, but our instincts would say otherwise and would argue with these statements. But we can't, because these statements are very loud around us, and also those who say that, yeah, humans are sinners, your human instincts are all sinful, you have to regulate everything with your mind. The thing is, even in spirituality, I think it's a tragedy if we don't listen to our bodies and we get disconnected from our bodies. So I strongly think that instincts are not bad. In fact, they are there for our survival as physical bodies, but also they can connect us with some higher wisdom or higher forces also, like when we feel inside our bodies what is good and bad. And if we could listen to our inner compass like this, then probably we wouldn't be that confused by, outside regulations and texts that we always have to be told what is right and what is wrong. Obviously, some ethical norms where humanity is right now, yeah, they are necessary and absolutely good guidelines. But I wonder what humanity looked like not a couple hundred years ago, not even a couple of thousand years ago, but way longer ago, uh, without these written norms and just following nature's wisdom and their own instincts organically and naturally. I just wonder, just food for thought. So I definitely wanted to talk about instincts because this is a key to setting boundaries, I think. So at the end of this not too long talk or whatever is this, what I'm doing here, this sharing, I would like to show a very short exercise. We can call it exercise. It's just kind of getting in touch with our bodies again with some breath work. So I really feel that's important. And that's the first step, probably, to bring our focus back to our bodies in a good way. Obviously, not from a compensating state of mind where we are so wounded, so traumatized that we are absolutely fragile and skittish and too obsessed with our bodies, and we can become even hypochondriac, like, oh my goodness, okay, I Google, what is this on my body? Probably I have the worst type of cancer ever. This is not what I mean. Okay, so just chill, calm down. I just want us to find a way back to the natural and back to nature and the wisdom of life. So yes, I touched upon the reflexes versus instincts. Uh, yes, and these trauma reaction I just mentioned, that a lot of times we call those patterns and reflexes and yeah, learned patterns, uh, or when we react in order to compensate some of our or all of our previous traumas, we call that instinct too. So it's kind of a reflex, it's a trauma reflex, but we call it instinct. So I just want to separate the two and see the possibility that if we can find a way back to our instincts, we might be able to maybe soothe or even heal some of our traumas, or just be more conscious of them and just shift the dialogue inside us. So, yeah, uh, I just took some notes. So, here's my cheat sheet. Yeah, so for me, again, another definition for instinct, especially regarding women, is an alive and body driven, intelligent, feminine wisdom, if you will. So I would like to know what you think. What is instinct? What does it mean for you? So if you would please put it in the comment, I will read it, and I'm very curious. But this is what I came up with. That's kind of a definition for me for now. But I always keep playing with this because I think it's a very key element to being able to hold ourselves and being authentic, strong, playful, cheerful, loving beings as we are, or we're supposed to be. Yes, and I also wrote that down, that not everything that is automatic is instinct. Sometimes it's just a wound reacting faster than our wisdom. So something to watch out for. And also it's an important difference. And this is where we can get confused, I think, a lot of times, that difference between being able to hold and want to rescue somebody. So holding and rescuing, not the same thing in my reading, not anymore. It was an absolute blur for me. And this is where the instincts got kind of disconnected from me over the years. I got totally detached. So I'm not preaching here. I'm just telling my own experience, because I just started to relearn how to connect with my instincts and with my truth and inner wisdom again. So that can be, yeah, very dangerous if our upbringing, society, and different teachings can convince us that we don't feel what we feel. What we feel is absolute wrong. This is not how we should feel. And this over explaining what we are, who we are, what are we feeling. And this is when we can explain other people's very foul and malignant behavior, and give them a lot of excuse. So we can be the saviors and those who want to rescue and hold those people. So it's very, very much connected to this topic of instincts and boundaries. Uh, so yeah, this will be a short one. I just wanted to give some insight, and just wanted to make you think about your own life. If you remember, if there was a shift within you. I remember my own life. When I was a kid, I was full of life, like most kids should be, obviously. High vitality, playfulness, inner wisdom. I think children, I look at my children too, and I think they are brilliant. They really are so honest and straightforward, and they feel what they feel, and they don't distort it, at least in ideal circumstances. But with like the education system, the schools, more societal norms, more layers on layers, kind of blurred this picture of my true self. And I became so fearful. I think that's one word for it. And so disconnected that I could really be manipulated by big manipulators. And they always counted on I wanted to hold. So, oh, please rescue me. Okay, sure. I felt it, that I was drained. I was kind of dying. That's how I felt. All the life was sucked out of me. But yeah, I should, because these shoulds and woulds and all of these external regulations, or I don't know, dogmas. I, at least, not sure about you, but I can imagine most women suffered the same kind of trauma or disconnection. This is how it happened to me. And after a while, I in stressful situations, I just froze. So I couldn't set boundaries. I couldn't distinguish between real danger and not real danger. It was just a whole big blur. And yeah, I just always went to the freeze, fight or flight stress response. And there's a third one, the freeze. I always went there. And that was my sweet spot, to freeze, kind of as if I was dead, because I got so confused and couldn't trust my body's signals, my instincts anymore. So yeah, it's I don't think it's that good. So I invite you to just do this short exercise with me. Maybe do it every day. Just have a couple of seconds, especially in stressful situations or when you feel pressured, to just connect with your breath at first and give yourself some time to just pause and don't rush into anything. Just, and then just watch your body, and we will do that in a couple of minutes. But first, I would like to read some from this brilliant book. I think all women should read this. Maybe you already have. Clarissa Pinkola Estés, Women Who Run with the Wolves. And yeah, that's a brilliant one. And I just want to read the part that can help us recognize that we are not on the right path anymore, and we lost the connection with this instinctual woman, with this instinctual part of us, with this natural woman. So if you recognize some of these, then just know that it's totally normal. As said, it is, but most of us, as I said, in the Western world or in civilized societies, we at some point we lost our instincts one way or another, or to a certain extent. Maybe some of us more, some of us less, but that's just what I see around me. Okay, so what are some of the feeling tone symptoms of a disrupted relationship with the wildish force in the psyche? To chronically feel, think, or act in any of the following ways is to have partially severed or lost entirely the relationship with the deep instinctual psyche. Using women's language exclusively, these are feeling extraordinarily dry, fatigued, frail, depressed, confused, gagged, muzzled, unaroused, feeling frightened, halt, or weak, without inspiration, without animation, without soulfulness, without meaning, shame-bearing, chronically fuming, volatile, stuck, uncreative, compressed, crazed, feeling powerless, chronically doubtful, shaky, blocked, unable to follow through, giving one's creative life over to others, life-sapping choices in mates, work, or friendships, suffering to live outside one's own cycles, overprotective of self, inert, uncertain, faltering, inability to pace oneself or set limits, not insistent on one's own tempo, to be self-conscious, to be away from one's God or gods, to be separated from one's revivification, drawn far into domesticity, intellectualism, work, or inertia, because that is the safest place for one who has lost her instincts. To fear to venture by oneself or to reveal oneself, fear to seek mentor, mother, father, fear to set out one's imperfect work before it is an opus, fear to set out on a journey, fear of caring for an other or others, fear one will run on, run out, run down, cringing before authority, loss of energy before creative projects, wincing, humiliation, angst, numbness, anxiety. Afraid to bite back when there is nothing else left to do. Afraid to try the new, fear to stand up to, afraid to speak up, speak against. Sick stomach, butterflies, sour stomach, cut in the middle, strangled, becoming conciliatory or nice too easily. Revenge. Afraid to stop, afraid to act, repeatedly counting to three and not beginning, superiority complex, ambivalence, and yet otherwise fully capable, fully functioning. These severances are a disease not of an era or a century, but become an epidemic anywhere and anytime women are captured, anytime the wildish nature has become entrapped. A healthy woman is much like a wolf, robust, chock-full, strong life force, life-giving, territorially aware, inventive, loyal, roving. Yet, separation from the wildish nature causes a woman's personality to become meager, thin, ghosty, spectral. We are not meant to be puny with frail hair and inability to leap up, inability to chase, to birth, to create a life. When women's lives are in stasis or filled with ennui, it is always time for the wildish woman to emerge. It is time for the creating function of the psyche to flood the delta. And another small quote. When a woman is cut away from her basic source, she is sanitized, and her instincts and natural life cycles are lost, subsumed by the culture or by the intellect or the ego, one's own or those belonging to others. It's something to think about. It's a brilliant book. Not sure if you can see it properly. Clarissa Pinkola Estés, Women Who Run with the Wolves. So, yeah, I won't even talk more. I said it all, and this book said it even better. So just read it if you can. If you already read it, just reread it. It's very good. And now I invite you to do this, I don't know, body awareness practice or whatever I should call it with me. First of all, please put your feet, the soles of your feet, all the way to the ground, touching the ground and grounding yourself. You can put your hand either on your womb space like this, or just on your heart, or you can even hug yourself, or put your hands on your knees or on your thighs, and take a couple deep breaths. And if this, what I just talked about, stirs something up in you, and you have some negative energies to get out, then help with your breath. And all that resentment and regret and whatever else came up for you, just take a deep breath and just push it out. One more time. And now just follow your breath. Basically, you can even follow whatever we are focusing on. You can put your hands there. First, I would like you to take a deep breath and focus on your throat. You don't have to explain what it means, just feel the feeling. Do you have any, I don't know, throbbing or lumps, any weird feeling in your throat, tightness, and just breathe it out. Just feel how it feels to have the air in your throat. Don't have to do anything, just practice to bring your attention to your body. And now we bring the attention down more to our hearts. And the same thing, just feel how it feels. Do you feel the warmth or the cold on your hands when touching your chest? Do you feel your heartbeat in your hand, in your chest? Maybe you feel tightness or expansion, whatever it is, just observe. Okay, now take a deep breath and imagine you are breathing into your heart. And now check it again with your heart. Did anything change? Maybe not, and that's fine. Just observe. And now bring your hands to your belly, like there, to your stomach area, where we feel a lot of times the fear, the tightness, the anxiety. Just feel right now. Do you feel any of those? And now take a deep breath into your belly, into your stomach. 2 more. And 1 more. And hold it in a tiny bit. And then very long, long exhale. And see if the feeling changed. And now, last exercise, just bring your hands to your womb space. Even if you don't have the physical organ anymore, you still have this energy place and you have your pelvic area. Just focus there. Feel if you feel any tightness. A lot of times women tend to feel tightness or this constriction in their lower belly or in their thighs, in the perineal area, even in the hips. So just see if you feel any tension or any other feeling. And now, without judgment, just observe. And now, take 3 deep breaths again and try to keep the air in and then a long exhale. Ready? Breathing into your pelvic area, into your womb, and exhale. And again. And again. And with the last exhale, try to loosen up all those tightened parts. But if you can't, that's fine too. No judgment. This practice just to start to bring our awareness and consciousness to the present moment and into our bodies. So this is what I had in mind for today. Thank you for being here. And again, I really encourage you to comment what does instinct mean to you. Thank you for being here and see you next time. Bye.